Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael, and this is Happy Ghost Reacts. Today, I will be continuing my reaction series of Jujutsu Kaisen. Last episode was incredible. I was hyped up about it through other people by means of just learning that it's a very actiony and fun to watch and well animated anime, and just off of that first episode, I can wholeheartedly agree that that is all true statements. Through other people, I've learned that Mob Psycho 100, well, I personally have that as the only comparison. A lot of people say that Jujutsu is something that you can compare to Bleach in a way. And personally, I've never watched Bleach outside of those late nights of Adult Swim. For those who know that what Adult Swim is, anyways, when it would just come on at like 2 or 3 in the morning. But yeah, last episode was very interesting. So we met the main character. I wrote down names so that I could try and hammer them into my head, and I promise you, I'm gonna butcher them. So I am extremely sorry ahead of time if that bothers you. If there's a way that you can tell me how to pronounce them, I suppose just do that in the comments. But I'm gonna pronounce them how I'm gonna pronounce them now, and yeah. So the main character, Yuji Itadori, he is the one who we followed from the start with his grandpa and everything. Ate the finger at the end, became possessed from the sound of it. And then the first episode, I really enjoyed it because they kind of gave us the result of the first episode, like the ending, and then how it led up to there, because they lead you into it with the guy who I also wrote down because he said his name, Goju Satoru. He's that white-haired guy from the start, and he said he's a teacher of the first years at Jujutsu Tech. And this makes me wonder if that was the person that I wrote his name down too, the guy with the black hair, Megumi Fushiguro. He was also, he said he was at Jujutsu Tech, and seeing as the way that this went, he was with him last episode, and then we saw him at the beginning with this guy who I'm assuming is a teacher because he says he's in charge of the first years at Jujutsu Tech. I wonder if they he's Fushi's teacher. I'm probably gonna figure that out eventually if I'm right or wrong, but yeah, I mean, it explains at the beginning why he had all those talisman around, because that kind of I suppose tames it, because that was the same with the finger. It was wrapped in one of those papers with that writing on it, and he was all chained up, and he's like, which one are you? So obviously that inferred that this happened after, because he was asking if it was Itadori, if in control of the body, or the spirit whose name I forget if I scroll down here. Ryuman, I believe, was the guy whose curse, excuse me, whose finger was eaten, and then now has the ability to kind of take control of the body if he overpowers him. That's all I got going into it, besides his grandpa dying in his final words, encouraging him to do good. And he also had some information he wanted to tell him about his parents, but he declined it. And I wonder if that kind of would have given us some information as to why the hell he is so damn physically perfect, from his strength to his ability to jump to everything. He was just he is a physical masterpiece, just from what we saw in the first episode, breaking world records without a problem. So I'm very curious to learn more about him, as well as the white-haired guy Satoru, and then the black-haired guy Fushiguro. Again, I apologize if I'm butchering them, their pronunciations. I think my favorite part about last episode was probably seeing, I'm just gonna start shortening it, I suppose, for the sake of saving myself, Fushi. The whole, I believe it was called Demon Wolves or something. When he made those 2 wolves and that attacked the other curses, that was absolutely incredible. I thought that whole thing was cool. The animation of the monsters, or curses as they're called, looked incredible. Everything. I just gotta say hats off to MAPPA for what they're doing, and I hear that it only continues to get better, excuse me, and I'm excited to see. So, without further ado, I'm going to set my note with our names off to the side, and let's jump into episode 2, called For Myself. Let's go. Okay, so we're jumping right in where it left off last episode. Oh, so when he gains control, the markings go away. Oh, so he showed up at the end. Oh, so he is his teacher. Or a superior of sorts. Snapping pictures? For real? That is hilarious. How can he see? That's strange. He's stretching. Dang. Whoa. He's seriously protecting his food. Oh, he's just sitting on him. Dang. Oh, he's so badass. Yeah, please do. Oh, this animation, the camera angles, the perspective, camera angles is not the right word. Ooh. Mappa, please don't hold back. I love this. Jujutsu sorcerers. Oh, so they've been around for a while. He said no matter what the era. So he literally is only giving him 10 seconds. I want to know too, how is he able to fight this curse like this and to be a physical masterpiece? Oh, he's just back. He doesn't even know what happened. But now he's got these like marks right here, which are the other eyes that manifested. Oh, so he gets knocked unconscious. Is this where it leads into last episode's opening scene? And he didn't, as we saw in the last episode. He woke up as him. Wow. He seems a lot different than. Oh, we're just jumping right in. I really like how that whole previous scene kind of changed the atmosphere feeling of this scene that we're jumping back into. Interesting. Whoa. That is incredible animation. I see why though. Huh. That does not sound like either options are going to be favorable. So either he dies right now, or he eats another 19 fingers to reach his full potential and then die anyways. I'm gonna guess he probably is gonna take the one where he eats all of the fingers, obviously. Yeah, he did have that like curse sucking on his head. Oh yeah, she was probably unconscious and didn't see him there and saved her. Hmm. So he's just telling them about it. Suppose that'll make her not beat herself up about it anymore. Not like she knew. Wonder if they're ever gonna bring up his new. Well, to normal people, it might look like scars, but his 4 eyes. Well, it's 2 extra eyes. Man, I did not expect them to show us this. So he's gonna punish himself to protect essentially a greater good. Ugh. Gonna eat it in the crematory? Yikers. Yeah, whoa. Okay. Oh, he's like, he's ready. Oh, okay. So he managed to keep Sukuna contained. In 1,000 years. Damn. I'm really curious how he sees though. Is it thin enough that he can see through? Or does he have some like special way of seeing? It really is. You're gonna have to eat to 18 more fingers because of it. Tokyo, Japan. Woo! Oh, so he is going to be his teacher, which I mean, I guess makes sense. Nice to see him paying respects. Being the one person there for his grandpa. One of 2 of the facilities. Huh. Suppose it makes sense. You kind of want to keep everybody with that type of power in one place. Easy, easy access to help. Whoa, he's on his cheek. No, on his hand. Imaginary god with 4 arms and 2 faces. Dang. He looks crazy. I wonder if the more fingers he eats, I guess maybe his when he takes over his body in future episodes, he'll grow 2 more arms, or maybe 1 more arm and then 2 more arms, and then maybe 1 more head, and then he kind of just turns into him when Sukuna takes over. I don't know. Hey, everybody's got their hobbies. Hey, everybody has their hobbies. The principal. I'm into girls like Jennifer Lawrence. So this takes place in a world where Jennifer Lawrence exists. Okay. Exactly what he's saying. Oh. Oh. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes sense. I don't know why I didn't even consider that. Ooh. Ooh. He's bouncy. Oh, now he's taken out of the light. Woo. That doll just flashed his butthole at you. What are you gonna do about it? How did he know? I guess they probably do communicate. Ooh, doll uppercut. Woo. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Gotta get one last punch in. I wonder what he's gonna have to do to earn the right to eat the other four that they already have, or five, because they said they have six. So they only have to find 13 after he eats the ones that Jujutsu Tech has already. Hmm. Who is she? Well, that episode was incredible, just like the first one. I really enjoyed it. The Now we kind of have how the story is gonna go. From my understanding, when I first was looking this up to get it pulled up, this is only going to be 24 episodes. And as of me recording this one right now, episode 19, I believe, dropped today or the previous day. So it's almost done for those who are currently caught up. And so I suppose then, as we progress, he is going to be, I'm assuming, eating more of Sukuna's fingers that the tech has, that he is earning the right to eat, or I don't really know how they're going to gauge when it's appropriate to feed him another finger that they already have. Because if I did my math right and I heard what was correct, I believe at the beginning he said that the tech has 6 of them, which would mean that he just ate one of them, so that means he's got 5 left to eat that they already have. He already ate one by himself, the second one this episode. So by the time that he eats all of the ones from the tech, he will have 7, which means 13 more that still have to be found. Obviously, given the context of what they said, some other cursed spirits have already probably eaten one or more of them, and other ones are basically impossible to find because their presence is almost undetectable. I'm very curious to see how we're going to find each finger as this progresses. The way that this is going, given that there is 20 to be eaten and there's only 24 episodes, I'm gonna guess that these fingers are gonna be coming each episode. At least that's how I feel about it. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen to his physical form as he ingests more fingers. seeing the image that we saw of what Sukuna looked like with the 4 arms and the 2 heads, um, I'm wondering if the more fingers he eats, the more that when he does take over uh, Itadori's body, that he will grow out extra limbs and grow out an extra head at some point. Because as we saw, it's capable of producing a mouth on his hand and on his cheek, so he can alter his physical form quite easily. And then, I mean, the only thing that seems permanent is the eye slits right underneath, or like right along his, like, the top of his cheekbone, I think is the correct way to explain that. Satoru is a lot cooler and a lot more lighthearted than I expected. I mean, he kind of lays down the truth. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, but the hard ass I thought he was gonna be, given what we saw last episode when we first met him, and then we jumped back into that scene, given the context of what happened between the end of last episode and the beginning of last episode, and then jumping right back into it. I really like him as a character already. He's extremely badass. I'm very curious how he actually sees. I wonder if that black cloth over his eyes, or I apologize if that is like something a lot more and I'm just completely just writing it off as like a black cloth. I don't want to ever sound insensitive if I don't understand certain things or culture. I don't know. I just don't want to ever like say something and then I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, and then Fushiguro is next door in a dorm because he's joined that school now to, I'm assuming, learn how to use this newfound power and learn how to control it better and use it to save people while he's trying to find these other fingers. I thought it was really cool, and I'm surprised that it didn't click in my head right away, given the context of this being curses and being able to infuse curses and things, that the principal having a hobby to knit dolls, he wasn't infusing it with curses. That thing specifically kind of reminds me of, if you watch Hunter x Hunter. I'm not going to like get into it because I'm only, I believe, 40 episodes in as of me posting this, and I kind of understand something about that, and I don't want to talk about it because spoilers. But if you know, you know what I'm talking about, how something can get infused with something. That's how it feels with these curses. I don't know why I keep comparing anime to anime, because this is like its own thing, and it's honestly incredible. Like I was saying during the episode, Mappa, hats off to you. This is incredibly animated, especially that beginning fight scene between Satoru and Itadori being possessed. Yeah, I think that's everything that I want to talk about. I mean, I'm excited to see how this is going to go now that he's in that school. Oh, and that girl that was like shown at the end. I wonder what she's going to have to do with this. I wonder if she's going to be coming to the school. I don't know though. I'm assuming that maybe she has a finger. I don't know. Very out there with that. I don't really know what to expect because we only saw her for maybe 20 seconds on the screen. I'm just very curious to see what's going to happen next. Now that we kind of have a set path, that the whole objective is going to be him eating these fingers one by one, seeing how his body can handle them, and then once he eats them all, get killed. Or I wonder if there's going to be twists and he's not going to die at the end. Obviously, don't tell me if you made it to the end and listen to me talk. But yeah, if you did make it to the end and listen to me talk, I just want to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed my reaction of episode 2. And until next time with episode 3, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day and peace.